Just sitting here thinking about that show, My 600 Pound Life. I think that's what it's called. And I just started to think about how people, they're so quick to judge someone, to say, I don't know how they can let themselves get like that and all of these things. Like they can't see how big they get in. And I'm like, well, right, some of that is true. Why wouldn't someone be able to see how big they're getting? Um, why wouldn't they want to change? But maybe they actually do want to change and they just don't know how. There's just so many reasons of why not, and all of this other stuff. But the thing is, food wears their drug. Food wears their drug. And it's the reason why food was their drug. They're obviously dealing with something internally, that uh, some type of trauma, whether physical, verbal, emotional, like it's trauma is trauma. And they wear their sin on the outside. They got to walk around with it. They got to literally carry it physically. And I remember I was having a conversation with a dear friend who actually like mentioned that. And it gave me a perspective. And I'm like, yo, oh my goodness. Like it just opened my eyes to even think about my own journey with just like losing weight and everything, because I dealt with the shame of not liking my body and all of this like other stuff, and so it's just interesting because I'm like, you judging somebody because they chose food, but yet you choosing alcohol, you choosing marijuana, crack, cocaine, cigarettes, gambling, sex. There's so many other things. I can't think of anything else right now. But it's like, watch your mouth. Just watch your mouth. Because sometimes you going to say something about the right person and find yourself in them same shoes. And you're going to be asking yourself, how did I get here? As a matter of fact, that's a good statement to think about. A good question to think about. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you were like, how did I get here? It's the same difference. It's the same thing, y'all. It just looks different for them. Yeah. And honestly, watching that show, I remember just being around a lot of friends, and that show, like, people would have like a lot of stuff to say, not even realizing all of that ignorant stuff that they would say. Like, they have no idea what that's like, or who they're even talking about, because even though they're talking about that person, I'm like, dang, they're casting a lot of judgment on my mama, you know? My mother was big. I'm not sure her weight was, but it basically handicapped her. And that is one reason why I chose to, do something different with my health, because honestly, I was on the same path. Literally on the same path. And I know my father was terrified. He was terrified. Um, and I think it was about like maybe seventh grade. Seventh? I think it was about seventh grade. I started this habit of, was it? So, yeah. Started this habit of like hiding food. It started then, but it started to progress. And I don't even know like how it just happened. It just happened. But yeah, that was my thoughts today. I just wanted to share that. That's all. But just be mindful of what you say about people. Be very mindful of what you say. Because you ain't no different at all. So I'm going to need you to get it together and humble yourself.